Good afternoon, Wayne Doyle.
Hello,
Scarlet Rebels frontman.
Gary Spiller.
And welcome to what's effectively a hometown show.
Yeah, it is, I guess, yeah. Well, for some of the boys it is, definitely, so...
Yeah, I mean, you're, a few miles from Llanelli?
Yeah, 8, I think it is.
Yeah, so I mean, this is basically what billed as your biggest headline show to date?
Yeah, so... Llanelli, we did the furnace season in Llanelli, we've done it a few times. And I think that is a capacity of like 500-ish.
Yeah.
So we sold that out last time, so I think other than the arena and the Brangwyn Hall, this is probably one of the biggest venues in Swansea, so yeah, it was nice. We get to ask to do it, we're like 100%.
And that's it, I mean, ticket sales have been very encouraging, very good in terms of numbers.
Yep.
So I think it promises to be a really good night.
Yeah, it's just all a bit baffling, really, to be honest. You know, but
well, I mean, the thing you say that word baffling. The last 12 months, you know, you look back and the top 10 album tours going left, right, and centre. Some falling by the wayside, unfortunately. But you've hit the road with Fozzy, with Stone Broken, gone out to Germany and kicked ass.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I think like you get stuck in what's coming, you know, what you've got and what you're going to plan for and all that, and you don't ever give yourself the time to reflect what you've done. You know, especially when you're in a band. You know, I'm a stickler for it, really, of not wanting to rework stuff and try and write new stuff and move forward. But when you map it out, like, well, you know, what's happened and the bands that we've been on tour with, and yeah, it's mad when you think about it. So it's just been really good. It's been really fun. It's gone really fast. I can't believe it has literally been nearly 15 months since we chatted last.
Upstairs in Hang On, wasn't it? Yeah, and it's just like, you know, now you're established charting out artists, for want of a better phrase, I guess.
Established, not so much, but
charting.
But yeah, we're definitely charting. Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. I think at the time, you know, I think we spoke about that. Like, you know, we wanted to give ourselves the best opportunity to do it by working with Ulrich and all that kind of thing, and the album coming out at a time when the content of the album was very topical at the time.
It was very resonant, yeah.
Yeah. So it just was like almost like a perfect storm, and then we used that as well as the nous and the expertise of the guys at Ulrich, and we just leveraged everything we could as much as we could, and then, you know, our supporters and followers bought into it massively and pushed us. And, you know,
and when you look, you know, there wasn't that much of a drop off from the midweek chart position, and that's not a regular occurrence. So that is testament in itself.
Yeah, and that's it. I think like we were getting the daily things every morning, and I think we came in at 6 on the Monday, the midweek, and then the next day it was 7, and then we're like, we might make a top 20 if we're lucky, and then, you know, maybe scrape top 40 by the end of the week. And and it just stayed, and it's just like
and it wasn't hanging in by its fingernails, it was justifiably there, top 10.
Yeah. So it's just mind-boggling, and, you know, everything that we've done since has been amazing, and, you know, to cap it all off, really, because I guess in a way this is more like a rounding off of that period.
A coming a full circle.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So
like that.
We're looking, you know, I mean, this year was pen down because we went out on tour with Stone Broken in February, so just to get some dates in, knowing that this year is going to be about writing, recording and delivering an album before the whole album cycle starts again. So we're in that process now. I think we're going to be recording in the summer, and so this is pretty much rounding it off.
Yeah. I mean, how's the writing process going at this stage, very early stage?
So I'm quite deep into it now, to be honest. So it's like, you know, there's not like there's not a lot of things going on to write about, number one, which is good. So, but I've been doing some co-writes with some really cool, amazingly talented people, which, you know, if you said 2 years ago this was going to happen, I'd have been like, no, it's not. And yeah, it has actually happened. So that's really cool. So that's something, hopefully, that we can, you know, it comes out as good as the songs have been written. So yeah, and like myself and the boys are also jamming stuff out in rehearsals. There's not like we're not scratching around for material at all. So yeah, it's going to be good, hopefully.
So, can you elaborate on any of the subject matter?
It's pretty much the same as what it was. So it's all like just about current climate really, and things like that. Kind of. It's just gotten worse, isn't it?
It's times are hard for literally everybody on every level.
Yeah. And so it's. I think I've got even more pointed and even more angry about things.
We'd like an angry Wayne.
Yeah. But it's just really frustrating. But like I said, from a writer's point of view, it's good because you've got that material to set you off. But from an actual everybody trying to live through it point of view, it's terrible. So.
And you're doing your utmost as a band in terms of trying to make some sort of commendable inroads. You support a local food bank. Tell us a bit more about that, please.
Yeah, so it all kind of stemmed really. It's like obviously the Seats From Blue campaign was meant to be a dig at Boris Johnson. He was on the front cover of the album and all that. We thought maybe that would gain some traction and we'd be able to, leverage that. But nobody ever really caught on about it as such. So
the boat companies on the Thames did.
Yeah. They spoiled a nice day out there.
Yeah, we were looking forward to that.
Yeah. So anyway, so basically in the line, there's a line in the song these days about Boris Johnson or the government decided not to feed our kids. We were in lockdown and that, so I referenced that, and we just kind of thought, rather than try and be negative, let's take that as positive and try and ask people to bring food. I was your gig first of all, and we did it first.
Yeah, hang on, yeah. Oh, Coke and Fuel, yes.
Yeah, Fuel, yeah.
And Fuel was filled up in carrier bags.
Yeah, I know. There was Deliveroo drivers turning up. Like, is there a Wayne Doyle here? And I'm like, I haven't ordered anything. And they're like, no, there's bags from Asda. I was like, okay.
The donations, it was phenomenal, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was mental. So I think the boys had to get alternative ways home because we couldn't fit everybody in the van with all the food and stuff like that. And it just snowballed from there. We just started doing it. We did it in pretty much all the shows we did for the rest of the year.
I remember one memorable night down in Kent at Leo's, and the local food bank came in a couple of cars to literally.
Yeah. So I went onto a community page on Facebook and kind of just said where's the local food bank? Because what I was really conscious of was me going, we're going to be collecting for food banks and people being overly generous and bringing all sorts of, actually doing shops for it and stuff. And what I didn't want to make it look like is that we were taking that food and stashing it back to Wales. So it's like, if we get it somewhere, then we can deliver it to, the area that we've played. So I went on Facebook community and I just asked the question of who was a local food bank, and I ended up chatting to this person who worked for a food bank in the area. And they turned up, and then they ended up having to ring somebody saying you're going to have to send some extra cars. It's absolutely mental. And to be fair to the guys that promoted that show, they've done it ever since as well.
The Rock Co-op.
Yeah, so we started. Lads. So we kind of started something there, and they've taken it and run with it as well. So
that's inspirational.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
Yeah, and you look back at last summer and the festivals. We'll have a look back at Love Rocks.
Yeah.
And it's a question I remember saying to you at the time, believe in this, you're now special guest to Phil fucking Campbell.
Yeah, I know.
And a few weeks later, you're up on stage at Steelhouse, early evening, wasn't it? And for some reason, you guys stopped. I think there was an issue, wasn't there, a tech issue or something.
The valve in my amplifier went.
So that's a bit of an issue. But the crowd never stopped.
No.
And that is just, I don't know what it was like for you guys. Must have been electrifying.
It's a horrible habit of mine that I'll focus on the things that are going wrong rather than things that are going right. And I was more concerned about getting my amplifier sorted and getting a new amp on and all that. And then by the time I plugged it in, I turned around and everyone was just singing and it wasn't nobody. It was just off the cuff. Everybody just started singing a chorus to let me in, and it was just like. But I didn't realise the impact of it so much until I saw footage of it back the day after or whatever it was. Yeah, and I just kind of kicked myself for not being in the moment a bit more, but I was trying to sort out something else.
For sure, and that's typical yourself, Wayne.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
But you've got those memories, you've got the recording of it, and that's now the foundation to go forward and say, do you know what? We found our crowd.
Yeah, that was such a special moment because I had like laryngitis pretty much. We toured so heavily over the period just before, right? We've been up to Germany and we come back, we've done loads of gigs and my voice started really struggling, so I was really stressing about that before we went on, and then it was just such a good moment for us, lovely, so
it's like a homecoming.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it's the one rock festival we really wanted to play, obviously being Welsh, so it means that much more, but it's probably one of the best rock festivals on the circuit at the moment as well,
Max, Mikey, the crew, they do a great job up there on top of that bleeding great hill.
Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah.
And they've always supported Welsh music.
Yeah. I think they come in time.
That'll be great. Great to see them, because they put yourselves on Florence Black, Crows.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many good bands from Wales. I mean, so many good bands anyway, but just like some of the bands from Wales at the moment, they're just.
It is insane. I mean, is there any that stuck out in your mind?
Well, yeah, Florence Black, Crows, like not just two of the best bands, some of the best new bands in the world, isn't it? If you're being fair. I'm really looking forward to Florence Black's new album, and I love Inhale Exhale.
Yeah, I mean, you've got that. Is there a little bit of friendly rivalry now on the Ear 8 label between?
No, I don't think so.
No,
not like rivalry. Definitely friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, like. I bought the album. When we were on tour with Stone Broken, I was shouting out every night to people to go on to buy it because we really wanted to see. I actually said to Shane and Ronnie, I said, "You're going to get number one," and they were like, "No, we're not." And I was like, "I'm telling you now, you're going to get number one." And then the only reason they didn't get number one was because two massive.
Was it Pink? Was it
Pink? And I think it was Bono Sons band. So the only reason that they didn't get a number one is because two massive bands.
Yeah.
I mean, like. And that would have been deserved if they had. But I mean, from me, it's not rivalry. It's definitely friendliness. And
I think rivalry is probably the wrong choice.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I mean, I get what you're saying. It spurs each other to be better.
Because the Wagons released a top 10 in Triggered. Yeah. Then as you say, the Crows. Yeah. It's going to spur you guys on and give the label belief in the product they're developing.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I think for that, yeah. But like I said, I don't feel any rivalry or anything. I'm just excited. If anything, I'm just so proud and really excited that we're on a roster with those bands. Because it's like, for us, it's like, wow, man, it's nuts. Like, but so it's just so cool. So it's just exciting times at the moment. Yeah.
So we're looking, would you say, towards the end of the year for?
I think the plan is, so if we can do what the plan is thing, then by September, October, we should have our first single out from what would be the forthcoming album, hopefully, maybe. So, but at some point this year, So.
Yeah, and any of those partnerships, I know you can't say who, would you think that potentially will open up further doors for you along the line?
Yes.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. Because, like the Crows, like the Wagons, you guys, in my heart, genuinely deserve it.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not about blowing smoke up one's posterior.
No,
it's
we
just
know each other well
genuine belief in that product,
And I appreciate that, guy. I really do, and But it's for us. It's just like it's just seeing where we can take it now, because I don't think we ever thought that we would get to the point where we are now, and it's just like doors are opening and stuff, and we have worked so hard, but at the same time. People can work hard, or there has to be a give from the other side, and thankfully people have given us.
They've invested in it, subscribed to it,
and that is why things are happening for us, is because the people who have followed us and have started to follow us have given their time and their money and everything to make it, to put us where we are.
Rebel Club, is growing, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Every week,
it's amazing, and we've worked so for years and years to find an audience, and then randomly we just,
suddenly it just clicked. It fell together, didn't it?
Yeah.
Right time, right place.
Right time, right place, and that's the thing, Yeah, it's mad when you look back and you get, and you, like I said, you actually consider where you've come from. good. But yeah, I'm going to try and allow myself a little bit of that tonight to just take it in.
Yeah, absolutely, savour it.
Enjoy it.
You know, the 5-year, I'll include Josh in that because he's been a crucial component to this point.
Yes.
You know, you've earned that.
Yes, yeah. So Josh, obviously he's had a lot of stuff going on at the moment, so he's taking a bit of time out. But I mean, he's, like you said, he's been as integral in terms of writing music for us and stuff. You know,
Artwork as well.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, but he's coming tonight. Funny enough, he's coming down to watch. So yeah, it's going to be good. It'll be good to see him.
Yeah,
so.
and hopefully once he gets that, you know, aspect of his life sorted, do you envisage Josh returning to the stage with you?
Yeah, well, I mean, nothing's off the table at the moment. We're still talking about how it's going to work because I think we get a lot of there's 5 on the poster, why is there not 5 on stage? And you know, I mean, like those reasons are like, you know, it's been personal issues.
Yeah, and it stays personal.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I think, you know, I get the frustration people might feel with it, but from a writing point of view and all that kind of stuff, he's still involved, you know.
Yeah.
He has been involved. So,
yeah.
He's, like I said, for me, that's as important as anything, you know.
That's the very essence of who you are as a band, as a collective.
Yeah, exactly. So, but no, it's all, like I said, it's all good, and we're all just pumped for tonight, really. Which is really good, good lineup. There's going to be loads of people.
Yeah,
so.
That's it. And we got Dan Byrne, we got Matt Mitchell, we got the Rock Project.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a great night.
100%, it's going to be a great night there. So it's going to be good.
And Uncle Al's got his sausage rolls.
Yeah, he has. Yeah.
Wayne, absolute pleasure as always, my beauty.
Cheers,
Thank you.
you.